Hello and welcome to week 6, term 2 of maths. And this week we're going to go back, we're going to have a look at division. Fractions, as you know, dealing with smaller parts, and division is an integral part of that. It's actually breaking things into smaller parts. Division is splitting or dividing a quantity into smaller equal groups. We've experienced division when we look at sharing, for example. So if I have 15 apples and we share them between 5 children, then they'll get 3 apples each. So we're going back to look at sharing to help us understand fractions and fractional numbers, because the line in a fraction is called the divisional bar. I'll be introducing the concept of division through everyday problems or worded problems, and we'll be doing that so we can look at how we share things equally and then write them as a mathematical equation using the division process. We'll also be looking at the relationship between division and multiplication. So our learning intention today is we are learning how to share numbers equally and transfer this into a written algorithm or equation. And we'll know that we've been able to do that if we can successfully apply the process of sharing, if we understand that sharing equally is the same as dividing, and if we understand how division relates to multiplication. Now, a difficulty that we might come across. When we're asked to provide a division story to match a picture, a student may simply provide a story which matches the numbers but does not involve division, often confusing what we're requiring of them with addition or multiplication. You will need today a pencil, a rubber, some paper, scissors, glue sticks and texters. The maths language we're using today, division, splitting a quantity into smaller equal groups. Divisor, a number that is to be divided into a greater number. Dividend, the number that is to be divided. And quotient, the answer to a division problem. Let's have a look at that. I might explain that a little bit better like this. The divisor, the number that is to be divided into a greater number. So in this case, that's the 7. That's the divisor. The dividend is the bigger number, which is 21. And the quotient is the answer, which in this case is 3. There we go. Sharing, distributing something equally. Algorithm is a set of rules to solve a problem. And multiplication, a quick way of adding up lots of the same number. So for today's undertaking, you're going to draw a problem. You'll get a worded problem, and then I want you to draw it to work out how it looks. And I'm going to give you an example of that, and then write the division equation for the answer. I want you to read the attached sharing problems and present them as pictures. In this video, you're going to see an example. Once you've completed the attached divisional problems, have a go at 2 yourself. It's important to practice writing the divisional algorithm or equation, as this will consolidate or make your understanding greater. Just as subtraction is the inverse or the opposite of addition, so is division the inverse or opposite of multiplication. This will help us tomorrow when we look at fact families. Questions that I want you to explore. What made you work out the problem this way? Can you see a relationship with multiplication? Explain your answer. What did you learn as a mathematician today? When might you use this strategy in everyday life? Then once you've done that, send your findings to me on the Learning Compass or to Julia. Right, I'm going to give you an example of what I want you to do. So, our first problem that you'll look at today, I'll give you this as an example for one of them. A school is planning an excursion. There are 21 students. So let me have a look here. I'm going to get the 21 students. So, let's have a look at one of the worded problems that I want you to solve today. A school is planning an excursion. There are 21 students. And here we have the 21 students, because I'd like you to draw some of these equations. There are 7 seats on each school bus. So I've represented the seats like this. There's the 7 seats. How many buses are needed to take the trip? So, if I've got 21 students and 7 seats, I will send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me put that back on that. There we go. But I've still got 14 people left. So I need another bus. There's the second bus. So let me count how many students will fit on that bus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fit them on the bus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I have 2 buses and I have 14 students on the bus. I've got 7 left. So I know that's 1 more bus. So let's put that on there and do the sharing. So I've got 7 students left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's all the students now on 3 buses. So the answer is 21 divided by 7 equals 3. And then I write that down as an equation. And that's what I want you to do today, is to write that down as an equation. So I've drawn the picture and then I've written it down as an equation. 21 students, 7 seats equals 3 buses to take those 21 students on their excursion. And that's what I'd like you to do with the rest of the questions, and then come up with a couple of questions of your own. And that's us learning how to share and turning that sharing into written division. Now, star activity number 1. Do one of the attached problems and draw a picture to explain your working out. Star activity number 2. Do 5 of the attached problems and accompanying pictures and their division algorithms. And star activity number 3. Do all 10 of the attached problems and accompanying pictures and their divisions and create 2 more of your own. Remember, we're sharing today, but then we're going to show the outcome as a divisional sum. Thank you for listening. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.